All right, folks, this is Vince with the Reptile Guys. I'm talking a little bit about this new 40 paludarium I'm building, why I decided to go with a plain Jane 40, and everything else. If you can see, the stand that came with this from the guy that I had it had done a really good job reinforcing this stand with 2x4s. And when I go around to the front, you'll see it's a high quality furniture looking finished product. In addition to the reinforcement that they did on it. You can see up here I have a reinforced 3/4 inch vinyl tubing with number 8 PVC black in a T, and that goes down and goes in to a 335 gallons per hour statuary pump. Gets pushed up, or actually comes up and then splits. But now what I like to point out here, and what I like to do now, is when I build in my drainage into my land forms and my rock forms, I like to center it in the system as best as I can now. And part of that is giving me flexibility of where I want to put, it's easier to extend out in the drainage from here to here rather than have the drainage from here to here if I decide that the materials that I'm using and everything else don't really lend themselves to growing or to planting well or stuff like that. Right here you can see my air pump. I've got an air pump with dual tubing in. Now, it doesn't look like it's going really well from this angle. It's going a little bit better on the other side. But this is my first attempt at building a moving bed filter. I incorporated a moving bed filter into my sump. So you've got the 1-inch PVC going down in there into an alternating form of hydrocore balls, micro crushed lava, and planting charcoal. And then once it overflows in the moving bed, then it comes up into here and goes back up. Now the problem with this moving bed is I kind of underestimated the amount of material I was going to need, so I'm going to have to end up adding more of this cut up blue conduit or more of these bottle cap rings that I put in there to act as my media. I was tempted to go with commercial media, but it's pretty expensive stuff, so I decided to look for alternatives, what people recommend, and try to fluidize it. And I am getting some gyre action, and the oxidation in there could be only really helping things. So, and the water appears to be clearing really well. So now we're taking a look at the 40, and one thing that I've done is I've added a glass cap to the 40. Obviously there's no lighting in it yet, there's no planting in it yet, but I've got 2 waterfalls moving in it. Here you can see this one pretty good, and now you can see this one moving pretty good. What I've done here is I'm going to have a two-tiered planting area. I'm going to have this central planting area, which is getting a steady supply of drippage from this waterfall here. But this central planting area is going to be potted and planted in, not potted, but planted in. And then this area right here where you're seeing the pipe, the PVC drainage, that's all going to be filled in and going to be planted as well. And then I've added my aquatic plant substrate, and I'm letting all this cycle for quite a while because I have to let the remnants of the sediment from all of this settle down and work its way into the filter, and see how it goes. Now this is the really nice stand that the kid had put together that I bought it from. And you can see how the filter's working from there. I also have the filter capped as well to reduce evaporation. And you can see a bit of the gyre there caused by the media, but I got to add more. All right, well, I hope you folks enjoy it. See how this goes along. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments about what we're going to do with this, how we're going to expand it, and what we're going to plant in it. I'm probably going to pull some of my plants from my old tanks. I've been growing enough of these tanks now that I can harvest at the apple meristem, pull it, or split it, and have options that way. Thanks for watching.